At least it's not raining today. It was raining all day yesterday.
That's good. I think it might rain here. I don't know. Getting used to the new weather.
So you're working on the looks like the Kenku yokai, the little bird, little crow.
Yeah, I didn't know what bird it was supposed to be actually, and I wanted to do him colorful, so I'm kind of doing him. I looked up different types of Japanese birds, and I'm gonna well, I am kind of doing him as a ruddy kingfisher. Because they have similar style beaks.
Yeah, I like it. It reminds me of almost like a toucan, like a toucan.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, that's what the beak reminded me of.
But yeah, he's really cute. And then I saw you had the kappa behind him.
I do, yeah. I started working on him too, so I might switch in and out.
So funny that it's called a kappa though.
Yeah. I didn't know that until Geekette told me, and I was like, wait, what? That's really what it's called?
And he's supposed to have water in his head, in his bowl.
Yeah. I was looking
Legend
at that,
says.
yeah. It's got the swirls, so it'll be fun. I'll have to paint like little waves in there. Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. I have both chats pulled up, and I think you do too.
Yep.
I was talking to Mike Disney yesterday about Chatterino because he didn't know what it was. I think most streamers probably don't. I don't know, but
I think I heard of it before, but I never got it, and it was pretty easy to set up.
Another cool thing that you can do is, you know how when people at you, like when they say like at Zambies, and it highlights it for you. Well, in Chatterino, you can make it to where those get split out. So you can have like one window that says like at Zambies, and then the other one on the other side as well. Same thing for like bot commands and stuff. So if it gets really bogged down, like when somebody raids, or you're like doing a bunch of shout outs with your bot, you can put it on another window so it doesn't like clog up actual chat.
Yeah, I gotta mess with the settings. I just have it like on a split view right now.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it for things like this when you're doing like squad streams, or you want to check in on all your friends while you're streaming, or things like that.
Pretty nice. Hi, Jacob.
Jacob Jansen, who I believe will be at ReaperCon. I believe.
Hey, Jacob, how's it going?
I've got a mini for you. I painted the Jacob, but I didn't mail it to him yet.
Lurking and working. The backbone of Twitch, lurkers. At least the art community.
I'm trying to get in closer to the birdie. Sorry for my pale skin. It'll adjust.
White balance. Got him.
So for everyone in chat, I mentioned earlier, but if you don't know who that lovely voice is, we can get a Reaper command. That is John, and I think Justin is there too. So make sure to hop over to their stream as well and say hi.
Hi, everyone.
We should actually start a squad stream with this.
Yeah, see how it goes.
I can't though, because you can only squad stream if you're partnered, I think.
Oh, I thought you were partnered.
You're not partnered?
Yeah, how are you not partnered?
I don't like I've been pretty close to the 75 viewership, but I've never applied or tried to get partner. And the main reason I haven't really done that yet is because I thought about dual streaming on YouTube and other platforms at once, and you can't do that if you're partnered. So
it's okay. This has been an ongoing
I was about to say,
discussion.
Like, it goes further than this. Actually, technically speaking, that applies to affiliate as well.
Yeah, technically it does.
It does.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's one of those things that, do they enforce it? They might if you're someone like Dr. Disrespect or,
somebody big.
Gold. Yeah, if you're massive, yeah, it's gonna catch enough attention. But I think that people do it.
I also think because I know of a bunch of partnered streams that also stream on everything, and nothing ever happens to them. So I don't know. It has to be some kind of deal that they might have messaged Twitch about, and I don't know. But
that's true. We don't know of
I don't
contracts
know,
behind
yeah.
the scenes. Correct. It's
Could be a
possible
contract.
that I mean, they constantly do contracts.
Yeah.
But you know what? Don't worry, Zambers. We'll reach out to our people. We'll get you partners.
Yeah, I just like I've been close, but I never applied because I've seen so many stories about people getting shut down, or not shut down, but like denied, and I was like, I don't want to give my hopes up until, I know for sure I've got way the amount to do it, then I might.
Because I know Brush for Hire took him a while. It took him I think a year and a half before he got partnered or something.
No, he actually only did it in under a year because he started he was fairly new when we did the Adepticant streaming last year, because that's how I met him. We did a dual stream together, him, me, and Mike Disney. And we usually dual streams can get a little messy if you don't know who you're streaming with, but we gelled really well. And we had a lot of fun. But the thing with Brush is he has a great personality. I mean, he's a fantastic painter, but he has a great personality, and he streams Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. So he just pulls in a great crowd from all different backgrounds, and I am not surprised at all he got partnered, because he definitely has all the qualifications for it.
Yeah, consistency is key. And personality. I think personality is 90% Twitch. You don't have to be good at anything. You could just be great, entertainer, and you're good to go.
Yeah, you could sit there just chatting the whole time, and as long as you, just really, personality is key. If you have a great personality or something people draw or drawn in to watch, then yeah.
I agree with that.
I
watch tons of Twitch.
Yeah.
Chaviston.
Who are the other voices? This is John and Justin in your ear from Reaper. So if you do the no, not the multi. That multi-link is, I did not update that. If you just do the command Reaper, because they have their own command, it'll pull up some information. Actually, I don't think I have your Twitch on there. Let me fix that.
But it's really easy. Reaper miniatures. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about this yesterday with Mike. It's what other, I don't know, I guess companies? I don't know other companies that come on and talk with everybody. So I don't know if anybody does that. But
community stuff, sure.
Yeah, I mean, they do, but I don't know if they actually come on and do stuff.
No, I mean, there's not a whole lot to do it. I mean, Paizo's pretty good about interacting a bit, but typically not with other streamers.
Yeah. But there you go.
It's, varying degrees.
It's fun. It's kind of the first time we're trying it, because I mean, we had the idea last week because Anne is moving, so her normal time slot is gone for this week. She'll be back next Tuesday, and I was like, you know what? Let's just do something cool. Let's just mess around in that time slot. But
Henry, thanks for becoming Zombie. Valendar, thank you so much for 22 months. 22 months. That means I've been painting for 22 months, because Valendar, you were around from the beginning.
Yeah, from the very beginning. I remember.
Am I frozen?
On ours.
Yeah, I had to. So oftentimes I have to change it off of the auto quality on Twitch because it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's horrid. So I had to switch it to source, and now it's fine.
It's good. All good. Yeah, me and Mike talked about your coloring book that's coming up.
Yes. I'm so excited for that.
Speaking of which, you kind of committed signed copies, by the way. Hopefully you're down for that.
I guess. I guess we can do that. If we get that up and running before Adepticon or any other events, we could probably maybe get a booth or something. Oh, I'm off camera.
Yeah, that would be great.
Because he finished, so we did the illustrations on stream together, And then he has, I believe it's called Procreate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have any digital programs like that. He was doing all his digitally, so he offered to do mine digitally too, so that it would look good in the color portion of our book. So it would be easy for everyone to color. So he just
cleaning
finished
up the
that.
edges and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to do the layout of the book and put it all together so we can work on finalizing what it's going to look like.
And I bet you that's pretty easy because if I remember correctly, whenever you were doing all those illustrations, you guys were doing them in themes. Like you guys would choose a theme and then kind of do your interpretation of the theme, or two things that were going hand in hand, like growth and decay, or things like that.
Yeah, exactly. We actually had chat vote on all of the themes too.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think doing anything that gets chat involved is key, is important. I think it's important to any Twitch stream, period. So like that's just another topic that we can talk about, because I see your sticker party up here, top left. So I know that Luca really likes the stickers. I know chat really likes the stickers over there. So yeah. And then I notice a lot of art streamers have their like Instagram kind of feed or photos that they're cycling through somewhere on the screen. And it's just funny to look at all the different Twitch streamers, because some have chat on the screen, some don't. Some have different little games that are playing. And so it's just kind of different for everybody. Some people have screen transitions and little emotes and effects that play. It just all matters how much time they put into it, I guess.
Yeah, I would like to get transitions. I don't know how to do that because I do all my like layout myself, which I need to fix because ever since I moved, something's got a little wonky. But I have too much ADD to play Stream Raiders or anything like that while I'm painting. I don't know how people keep up with that.
Yeah.
But I didn't have chat for a while, but I kind of like having chat for the main reason. If I upload my VODs anywhere, it's nice to have chat displaying so you can see what I am, talking about and referring to in the VOD later.
Yeah, because if it goes up on YouTube or whatever, then you say something like, "Oh yes, you're answering a question," and then you don't really see who asked the question or what question it was.
Exactly.
Like a cool little thing that a lot of streamers use. Oh, you can't see my screen, but we have this thing called a Stream Deck. I'm sure you've heard of it. It has all the little buttons that you can program. But we have one up here as well. But a lot of streamers use that to program transitions and sound effects and music sound bites and things like that in there.
I'm pulling you up on the side so I can see you. I can stalk.
The left side of your screen, so right underneath where you're painting, so I can kind of mess around. It's pretty fun. Yesterday, I don't know if you're with Mike Disney, he was showing off what colors he was using, so we were like kind of Vanna Whiting the paint bottles as he was talking. It was pretty awesome.
I'm using this one right now.
Clouded Sea. I think isn't that from one of the ReaperCon sets? I think. The pirate sets.
Yeah, the pirate set. Got my. I don't want to tilt it because it's got water in it, but.
Yeah. Oh, the Drunken Mermaid cup. Yeah. Oh. That's my favorite pin that we've made with that color, that kind of soft teal color.
Oh yeah, I love this. It's like I guess it's a teal, like a sea foam type of teal mixture. Yeah.
It's almost the same colors as yours. It's almost the same color as your Zambies title on your screen. Above the
I love that. Hobbies. That's my favorite color. Oh, Rihanna says you guys don't sell the Clouded Sea anymore.
I believe it was a part of a set, right? I believe it was a part of one of the fast palettes, maybe, that hasn't been released yet, I think.
Oh, okay.
I know that the fast palettes will be coming out, but basically, we're kind of trying out this thing, I believe, where for like ReaperCon and all these events, we come out with these fast palettes a little bit early. And then later on down the line, we release them as normal fast palettes and things like that as well.
Yeah, because I really like this color because I'm gonna be doing like a stylized non-metallic metal, and I want it to be more gray. But I also have like purple in here, and I want a little bit of blue, and I like the cloud at sea because it is like a nice blue gray.
Yeah. For the highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the
Gonna
beads. I like the little light that you added to the beads around his necklace to make them, a little bit shiny almost.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a final highlight on there. So I know a lot of people work up one area at a time. Like I think Anne likes to do that, like do all the skin and get that done perfect and then move on. But I kind of really enjoy jumping around on the model. So I bring everything up to probably about 75-80%. And then I start working on something else. And then I do the final details and the highlights all at the end.
Yeah. I mean, that's the beauty of painting, is that you can do whatever you want. It's kind of like sculpting. When I was learning sculpting, you could just kind of there's many ways to do things. There's no like right way that you have to do this,
Exactly. You just find the way that works the best for you and what you enjoy.
I agree with what brushes you have, what kind of different techniques you like using together, because I think that's one of the things that Anne likes to point out, is that it's painting. You can do whatever you want, but like I think our paints are designed for the way that she likes to paint, but it also works for other types. Is cool. So that I think that's the cool aspect of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like with skin, a lot of people will either glaze and work in many, many layers, or a lot of people like to wet blend and then like glaze at the end. It all gets you to where you need to go, and some of it's different results, and some of it you can do two different ways to get the same results. It's however you like to paint.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I think streaming art on Twitch will be pretty good, because you'll have all these different painters to look at and ask questions and things like that. But it's good that way, because I saw somebody yesterday they were doing scales, but they were doing underpainting to kind of start the scales, and then did some glazing to change the color altogether, because it basically started out as a green dragon and then it was going to turn out into a gold dragon. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, but with a green underpaint.
Yeah, that's I've done too, is when you dry brush all the scales first and then you use like very thin layers to add or glaze over top, or you can probably use contrast paints, which I haven't really experimented much with contrast paint. Deep Madness game is perfect color for bases of the minis. Yeah. Well, hopefully soon. So that's why Nikki has some colors you can't find. Yeah, Nikki knows. Yeah, I've got quite a few. I actually have quite a few sample paints that I absolutely love, and I'm going to be really sad when the colors aren't available to me anymore.
Oh, the sample colors?
Yeah, I have one that is like it's similar to another color, which I think I have too, but it's like the perfect mocha color for coffee or skin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find it. It's so weird.
I know a lot of the times if there's one that's really popular, you can send it back, and Sadie will try to match it, and maybe it will become a color if it's really popular. In the past, I know that has happened where somebody has sent us a sample back, and then Sadie was able to kind of recreate it and match it.
Oh, Bread No Cookies! Thank you for the raid. Hello, everybody. Hey! Adrian! Hi, welcome in. I'm Zambies if you don't know me, and I paint and I say things. That's my intro. It's really bad. I also have John, and I think Justin's in the back in there from Reaper Miniatures. We are hanging out.
Hello.
This is the color I have. It's got dog hair on it. Welcome. Anyone else got pets?
Yeah.
But it's like a perfect, like, this is how I like my coffee color.
Oh, yeah. With a bunch of cream in it.
Well, it's not that much. I can drink it a little darker, but it depends on the coffee. But Yeah, it's just really nice. I think I used this color on I painted a bust. It was a 3D printed bust, and she had like mocha dark skin, and I used it for all the highlights, and I loved it.
Yeah, that does look like a darker skin tone color.
Mm-hmm. Will Reaper Live be on tonight at 6 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Twisted Elma, it will be.
Can someone teach you what? What would you like to know, Balf? This is mainly red, and I want to have black as my secondary color. Should the black be highlighted more on the warm side, cool side, or neutral side? If you want your highlights warm, then you can go warm. It really depends, I think, a lot on the environmental setting. Some people don't think about this. It's not a big thing, but if you think about the way you're painting, and do you want your mini to be in sunlight, or is there overcast of shadow? Are they in a dark dungeon? Your highlights, whether warm and dark, will be affected by that, because it's going to make your mini, I keep saying but I'm thinking perceive like it's in a certain environment, if that makes sense. So if you would like your mini to be outside in sunlight, I would go with a warmer highlight. If it's going to be indoors, I would think about a cooler highlight. Also, what would be nice is your shadows. You might, if you're doing red, sometimes I like to use purple or a deep blue for your shadows. And if you have those cool shadows, you could think about using a buff or a yellow to mix in a little bit in your highlights. Then you have warm highlights, and you have the contrast between warm and cool. Rathmore, hello.
Hi, Rath. Are you gonna do the same thing to the hat that you did on the other one?
Similar, but I have where is he?
The kind of cross stitching.
Oh yeah, let me grab him.
I think it was like a weaved straw hat. That's kind of what I would picture that.
Yeah, I love this guy. This is one of my favorite minis I've done recently. And that's kind of why I wanted to paint these too. They're just really adorable.
Yeah, the little otter.
So I'm going to do similar, but this one had more brown, was kind of the overall color that was mixed in. And I painted, like, the undertone for all of this is the this bright purplish pink. So I'm going to do browns in here, but they're going to be mixed with purples and blues to kind of match everything together, because this is what kind of called the mother color, and it's got mixed into all of it. And the reason I did this is because I knew I wanted the bird to be yellow, and that trick really works. When you underpaint with a pink or a purple, it makes the yellows pop way more.
Yeah, Anne talks about it on her show a lot with the wheel. She has like this big color wheel that she uses.
Yeah.
Kind of cycle through it.
Yeah, so that's what I decided on this guy, is that purple's going to be like the main thing that gets mixed in everywhere.
I like that he's a brighter color.
So you said this was actually supposed to be a crow?
I actually don't know. I would have to ask Jason. I don't know if it's actually. I don't know if he actually. I'm sure he said he told somebody. I know Ron knows for sure, but I don't know, because I know that he sent it to Clever Crow, Michael Proctor, to paint all the yokai, and I know that Proctor said that he liked that one the most because it reminded him most like a crow. But I don't know for sure. I would have to ask the sculptor.
Did he paint them all? Are there pictures of him painted?
Yeah, Proctor painted all of these. Let me see if I can find it real quick. While we're talking, I'll find it for you.
I would like to see them, because I didn't,
of course.
like, sometimes I like to see the Reaper models painted just in case I miss, like, there's a little bead here, a satchel here. It's kind of nice. but I didn't have anything to go off with these. Like, I assumed that I wanted, and that's the fun thing with painting is you can paint it however you want. But I assumed that these were apples, and I didn't know if they were actually supposed to be apples or not. But
I mean, that's the beauty of what the industry is, that you can paint them however you want. It's fantasy. They could be a hybrid of cherries and apples if you wanted them to.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you want? I'm looking for a group shot. I don't know if
Mhm.
there's a group shot on here of all of them. I have them each individually. So I'll find the
Okay.
one that you're currently painting and send it to you.
And I think Jason said that this one was more like the fox character, but he didn't want to sculpt the like 9 tails
Yes.
on this one. So at first I thought it was like a little terrier.
Yeah, it does look like a little corgi. Ron says that it reminds him of a corgi. So
Yeah. I might do because I primed them all and I was like, these are gonna be the first ones I paint because I love them. But I might do a little brownish red fur on that one.
okay, hold on. I'll get it to you in a second. I'm looking for the one with the apples. If he painted that one, it looks like he missed a few of the yokai.
Oh.
So I don't know if he
Maybe-
painted them all.
Maybe he just hasn't posted pictures of them yet.
Yeah, but I'll send you the picture of the crow. Is what we're calling it.
I could definitely see it being a crow.
Here you go. I put it in the group chat.
Okay. Let's see that one. Oh, yeah, now I see it. That's adorable.
See, if you had the cool thing about going back to transitions is that, I don't know if do you do like looking at people's stuff? Like on your Discord and stuff, do you have like people inputting their whips and things like that?
I do. I will pull things up on my stream whenever people ask, but I used to have whip nights where we went through the whole Discord, but it just seems like a lot of people don't put things in there as much, so we just ended it, and now I just do it whenever people are like, hey, look at this.
Yeah,
So I think I have... Here we go. It's so adorable. I like the beads. They did... Or, he did it like the galaxy, kind of.
Yeah. And he
pretty.
alternated the colors, so they were different.
That eye is so adorable.
Yeah, it's very innocent looking.
He's very cute. Yeah, I definitely see that as a little crow.
Yeah, Proctor did all the yokai. I know that he did them all. I just don't know where all the pictures are. But I think Ron showed them off, so Ron might have them. And they haven't been posted anywhere. When they come out, that will probably be the box art for all of them, the ones that Proctor did.
Aw.
So, because I know they'll probably come out as a set. They probably won't be individual, if I had to guess.
I think that's smart, though, to have them as a set, because I like all the ones in the set. Usually, if you get sets, there's like 1 or 2 that you're not so happy with, but I think all of these are really, really adorable.
I think my favorite's the elephant.
The elephant's really cute. I think he gets painting the frog right now.
Yeah. I like hopping around
his
this
stance.
face painting.
Yeah.
This is an exciting moment because we just finished the Kickstarter, obviously, and everybody's starting to get all their stuff. I know that Australia's done, US is done, and the UK is finishing up. But everybody's starting to get all their stuff now, so everybody's painting, and it's cool to see everybody painting all the different stuff. So it's kind of like an exciting time.
Yeah, because there's so many models in there. It's not like, oh, you just released a few models, everyone's painting the same one. Everyone's just picking and choosing their favorite one and painting all the different.
Oh, I think Discord. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, good. Yeah. I'm just double
okay.
checking to make sure it didn't cut out. Since we're trying something new, we had to order something in an audio cable, a virtual audio cable, in order to. Because are you using OBS or OBS Streamlabs?
I'm using Studio OBS, so I think it's just
Okay.
regular OBS.
Yeah, the regular black icon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're using a program. Like, we're not using Streamlabs or OBS. We're using something different. So,
Ooh.
but it It's like a industrial is what I would describe it as. It's an industrial program, a professional program. So it's different.
Yeah.
We have to do things a little bit differently in order to like do the same things that streamers do.
So you need to have someone know what they're doing. Like if Justin's back there going,
Yeah, he learned a lot of it, and then Frank from Nightheart uses the same program, and he's pretty well versed in the program, so he's been helping us out with like learning it and all that stuff. So
that's nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So I know you just moved. How's the unpacking of the house going?
Nice. I've gotten a lot done. I am so excited to have my own hobby room. Anyone who watched me before knows that I took up about 75% of my bedroom to stream in. I had my bed like shoved in a corner, but now it's really nice. I have a hobby desk space here, what you see behind, and then I also have an area to the side with an extra desk so people can come and hobby with me in my hobby room. And then I have a closet that is a walk-in closet with a window, which I thought was weird, but it's going to be the perfect area to start set up my 3D printer area.
Nice.
So I have way more room. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I just moved into a house as well, and I got my own like I wouldn't say it's a hobby room, but it's just my office. And I got a new desk. I got all my monitors set up, and I'm slowly like putting it together with how I want it to look. I kind of want it to be medieval, so I'm gonna make a bunch of like wood things and like to make them look like they're medieval, like brick and things like that. So it's gonna be very kind of dark in there with sconces on the wall with like fake torches and things like that. So that's been most of my hobby time, is like putting together my office, because that's where I spend most of my time.
Yeah, that's nice to do as a theme. I've got all my stuff back there just sitting on that shelf because I haven't put anything on the walls yet. That's gonna be a whole another thing. I gotta get a display case for my minis. I don't have one of those yet.
Yeah, you've never been to Reaper proper, right? Never the factory?
No, I was gonna go to ReaperCon last year. I was so excited, and then COVID. And then now with this, it's my kids just started school.
Yeah.
New school, new house, new environment. My son is in kindergarten, and it's his first time out of school. So we're trying to see how that goes. And that's an adjustment.
I totally understand. I mean, I don't blame anybody that can't come for all kinds of reasons. It's just there's always next year. That's all. That's what I keep telling everybody. Yeah, it's been a rough year.
Yeah. It's also nice that the virtual ReaperCons, the virtual cons for all the people who can't make it in the world too can participate.
Yeah, we're going to be doing more with that stuff as well, because it was our first time kind of doing it. And for ReaperCon last year, when we had to cancel and go virtual, it was kind of like a rushed thing, but I think it turned out okay. And then for RVE, it got a lot better. But I think now that we have a bunch of that stuff underneath our belts, it's just going to keep getting better and better, I hope. That's the plan.
Yeah, the more you do it, the more you like work out all the kinks, and you figure out what works and what doesn't. You hear the feedback, and you just improve each time.
Yeah, I think it's been kind of there's been one side effect though. I think that is kind of bad, because when you go to a real convention, like let's say I'm using ReaperCon for instance, when you go take a class, the classrooms only have a limited size that you can go into, because they're more intimate. You know, they're closer, they're more hands-on. You're right there next to the instructor, so forth and so on, right? But I knew this was going to be a downside, because when we did Reaper virtual or online events, there's no room limit. You can have as many people in the room as you want. And you have like cameras that can get really close, which I'll talk about that in a second for an upside. But now when we go back to ReaperCon, the tickets are limited, obviously. So now going from like no limit to a classroom to having a limit, it's kind of rough, because they get sold out instantly. people can't get the classes they want, so forth and so on. It's just the story of cons in general, I guess. But
Yeah. But I think most people realize that the one really good upside to that is you're getting more personalized attention with the teachers because there are less students in the room with you.
Mhm.
So while not everybody can get in, it's kind of more incentive for those who really want it to be there and get a better experience.
Yeah, and one of the best parts about ReaperCon in person is that we have Artist Alley, which is where all the artists are sitting. So they all have nameplates in front of them, all the stuff they're working on. You can come by and talk to them. So it's really good for after your class. Let's say after you take a class and you want to come by and talk about the models you worked on, or get some feedback from the artists, sculptors, painters. They're all there, and they're at the convention that you can go and talk to. That's one of the best parts about ReaperCon, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel a little sad that I'm gonna have to wait longer to experience that, but I'm very thrilled that
hmm
I don't foresee ReaperCon going away or me to stop painting anytime soon. So I will make it there.
That's the plan. Maybe you'll be on Artist Alley one day. Who knows?
That would be fun.
I love Artist Alley. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, so the upside that we've learned from doing online is, document cameras and all kinds of different cameras that are out now with different webcams, that the fidelity is getting really good, especially with like DSLRs and all kinds of stuff, right? Well, what we've adapted and what we've done is that we're starting to get TVs and monitors and things like that for all of the classrooms. So that way teachers can demonstrate stuff using the document cameras and things like that on big TVs in the same classroom. And this will help because now the students will don't have to like crowd each other or like strain to like be able to see what the teacher is doing. It also allows you to show brushstrokes and things a lot easier when you're demonstrating. So that has been a big upside for that.
Yeah, I could definitely see that with tiny little details or doing eyes, jewelry, any little pieces, really helping people. Because I know a lot of people have mentioned getting those glasses, or even like a desk magnifying lamp. And I thought about it because I personally don't have the best eyesight. Um, and sometimes I'll take my contacts out just to put a mini like right up to my eye to see, to do like little tiny eyes or any parts. So I think it's very helpful. I don't know how many people out there have those goggles.
Yeah, I think the only person that I see on Twitch that has it is Luca, Miniatures Den. I think that's the only person I've seen that uses those on Twitch, at least.
I don't like having a lot of stuff on my head. So if I have like sometimes I got to bring my wigs back, but I have my wigs or I have my headphones. If I have too much on there, I'll get migraines. So that's main reason I don't wear them. Yeah, Kathy Waffle does use them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Kathy, she just started her own channel, I believe, right? She broke off from the More Than Dice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was reading last time.
Yeah, so I didn't actually know the channel name. If anybody knows the channel name in chat.
I think it's just Kathy Waffle.
All one word?
Let me check.
There it is. Yeah, it's just Kathy Waffle all one word.
You got it? Nice.
Thank you, Sidwee. Thanks, Anne. Oh yeah, we rated her yesterday. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool to see more streamers. I want more people to come stream and do stuff, because like you hear about all these like Golden Brush award winning like people, and you hear about all these artists that are great, but I think Twitch is a good platform. I guess you can speak to this too. That's kind of why I'm bringing it up, is that it's a good jumping off point, and it's good advertising for like people's Patreon or their own little side businesses and things like that they have, either whether that be 3D printing or commissions and things like that. So it's just a good way to advertise that, I guess. Use it as an advertisement tool.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people, especially YouTubers, who are coming over to Twitch now and streaming because as much as YouTube is a big thing and it's not going to go away, and it has a lot of benefits to just go there and watch a tutorial or a video whenever you want, there's nothing that kind of beats that live experience with having like people ask questions or tell stories and get this one-on-one interaction where you don't have that in your YouTube videos.
Yeah, I agree as well. Because I was talking to C. Not Bush about this as well, and about how chat can influence and kind of you can bounce your ideas back and forth. And they're like, oh, like because you were probably trying to figure out this base color, and you were probably looking at all kinds of different birds. But like if you had chat open and you were looking at birds together, you could do a poll, or you could see what people most suggested, or they're like, hey, look at this bird of paradise or something like that.
Exactly. There's been a lot of times where I've had minis and I've been like, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be. And someone is like, I painted this, or I know the person who made this model and I know what it is. It's been very, very helpful. Or someone just has a tip where they're like, hey, if you use this instead of that, it might help. And it's nice because nobody has all the answers. If someone tells you they're like, I'm a master painter and I know everything, they're lying. Like everyone can learn something new from someone else throughout their whole painting career.
But people being artists, sometimes they're like, you know what? I just want to make the thing that I want to make. I don't care about what chat says. And that's okay too. So
yeah, exactly. It depends. But the good thing is like chat is there. Like a lot of times you don't want someone else. Like I guess it's more for playing video games where you're like, don't spoil this video game.
Oh,
versus when you actually are like, I don't know how to do this. Does anyone out there know how to do this? And then there usually is someone that has experience with it that's willing to help you.
Sorry, I was acting like you were attacking me with the brush. So it's okay.
Are you on this side? No, you're on this side.
I'm on the bottom left corner, of your screen.
Yeah. Oh wait, I've got a right here. So. I'm painting you.
Yeah. Flip it.
I like your shirt today.
Oh yeah, watermelons. You know what? I actually don't like watermelons, but my girlfriend bought me this shirt.
Was it a joke?
No, she just bought me this button-up shirt, and she was like, I thought it was cute. I was like, okay. So I wear it. But yeah, I plan on... it's kind of sad that I'll be dressing up like a pirate for ReaperCon. The theme is always one of my favorite parts of ReaperCon is the story and the characters and all that stuff. So I'm kind of glad. But this will be the last year we'll be at Brinewind for a while, I think. So it's kind of the finale of the story, of this current story that we're on. And then we'll go to something else next year, which we might tease at the end of ReaperCon.
Ooh.
But yeah, because I think we're going to do a big panel on Sunday night and talk about kind of what's coming up in the future and kind of reflect on the past year. I think that'll be a new thing going forward. At the end of ReaperCon, we'll do kind of like, hey, these are the things that happened this year. This is kind of what we experienced and what we did. And what we kind of plan to do in the future. But yeah.
Pretty nice. That's the one thing I like about you guys, Reaper, is that it's very, I don't want to say rare, but it's not as out there for a lot of companies to be live and on Twitch and asking, from their consumers and their Reaper family, how do we do better? How do we learn? There's companies that do that and they'll do it on social platforms, but it's usually like a Q&A or something at a con. You guys are there weekly. People can yell at you and not like stuff and you just handle it.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword to that. I do see a lot more companies coming to Twitch as of recently, because I think it's a smart move. Especially for gaming developers or anything like that is like hobby or game based. There's all kinds of stuff. But I do agree. But it also, you got to be careful because a lot of the times, if things aren't solidified yet and you say something, people are like, well, you said this. And then it's like, well, yeah.
Now you got to do it.
You got to be very careful. You got to be like, hey, this is what we're planning and this is what we're trying to do. And then you got to be very clear when something is solidified and something is solid. So that is kind of the growing pains that we've learned. Especially, I think the reason that we're able to do it is because we're such a small company and we're not like a big, company, where you have to go through a bunch of people and you got to make sure everything's approved in all these departments before you can go live on Twitch, let's say. Like this was just decided, like for instance, today, this thing that we're doing is just kind of decided last week. And we were like, hey, this will be a cool idea. Let's try it. And then, it's like, hey, Ed, can we do this? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then we did it. It's not like, you got to be like, you got to go to legal. You got to go to, all this other stuff,
Yeah.
But
I definitely can see that.
Yeah, but I think we're also able to do it because we're smaller. We're a smaller company.
I think that's kind of nice though, because sometimes I guess you could lose your personality when you're a bigger company as well. You wouldn't. I feel like there's a double-edged sword too. You want to be bigger and more well-known, but you also can't get away with as much.
Yeah, correct. I think that's true. But I think this was a good move. Starting streaming and stuff like that, because we were doing multi-streams at the beginning, going back to what we were talking about at the beginning, but then we became partnered and all this other stuff. But meh. We'll see. But we've been trying a bunch of stuff over the past year.
I think
what brush are you using?
This one is a Series 7 Winsor Newton. I use this one mainly for eyes, and when I'm doing the hatching, I'm doing a lot of line work on his pants.
Mm-hmm.
So I use this pretty much just when I do those.
Because it has a very fine tip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very, very tiny little one.
I just thought about this. Why don't people name brushes like after famous swords or weapons? Like the Excalibur or other famous like katanas and other swords like that.
I mean, it is kind of like our weapons.
Yeah.
So I could see that.
It made me think of that because of in casting, for instance, over at Reaper here, when we do our metal casting, we use these ladles that we use to scoop the metal and pour it into the machines. And I started this thing many years ago where after a new caster got done training and they became like a full-time caster, once their training was over, they got to name their ladle, kind of like how people would name their swords back in the day. And so all the ladles here have their names written on the handles in like this kind of wax acrylic pin. So yeah.
Kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, no one's ever asked me what my ladle's name was or is.
Well, I want to know now.
That was kind of me setting you up for the volleyball spike. But
I do want to know.
Yeah, my ladle's name is Solace, and it's named after my favorite book series. The main town that everybody starts in the book series is what it's named after. But yeah, Solace, like a safe haven.
It's nice. I like that. AT Roger, thank you for 15 months. Have fun at work.
If you guys haven't subbed, Amazon, if you're watching Twitch, is owned by Amazon. You have Amazon Prime. You get 1 free sub a month if you connect your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. So if you guys haven't used it yet, use it over there under Zambies. Twitch.tv/Zambies. Zambies Decays.
Are you sure you don't want to use it over there?
No, that's fine. They'll get another one next month. Maybe they can come use it over here. But you can use it on your favorite Twitch stream. But if you guys haven't used it yet, Twitch Primes.
Oh, I need more contrast on you. You need more.
Oh, yeah, on me? Yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. Justin should be able to turn that. He could do that manually. But he's talking right now, so I just distracted him. So
And with
What'd
your
you say?
money.
I
We're
was just saying
talking trash. It's fine.
yeah. People were saying because she was painting me with her brush, and the chat was telling her to add more contrast to me, and I was like, Justin should be able to do that manually. He can make me look red if I wanted to.
Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, here we go.
Oh man.
Let's see. But yeah, chat's popping off. See, we talked about Twitch. We talked about your book. You were supposed to draw something. I asked you if you wanted to draw something for me, but I knew that you were super busy, which is okay. Which I have it in my back pocket left.
No, you can yell at me. It's fine. I deserve a scolding. I do.
There's your contrast, chat. I am
Your
tomato
beard
red.
looks great, though. You should think about dyeing it.
See, I'm starting to get some gray in it, which I'm kind of excited about. Not gonna lie.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's more like what's red and white? See, salt and pepper and
Paprika.
Yeah, there you go, paprika. It's paprika and salt. Yeah. There we go. I'm back. I was almost a watermelon color. I was more like tomato. How are we looking on time, Justin? I just make sure I have the time correct. Okay, we're good.
Oh yeah, you were scolding me, which was proper about.
No. I know that I was just had the idea one day because I saw you and Mike drawing on Twitch, and I was like, wow, I just had this cool vision in my head for a piece that I would like, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask Zambi if she wants to do it, and then I knew that you were super busy, but it's okay. Sometime
I
in the
have
future.
it saved. No, that I'm totally gonna get to that. I even messaged I have a manager, quote unquote, JJ, and I was like, please remind me about this.
Yeah. Wait, you said manager?
I have a quote unquote manager because I literally get asked to do a lot of stuff, which I'm fine with, but I don't, with everything going on, and now it's gonna get better because my kids are in school and I'm gonna have 5 hours every weekday to actually do hobby and work now. It's amazing. I don't have anyone yelling at me for snacks. It's quiet. All I have is my doggo, wherever she is. And yeah, it's great. But it's a running joke that he's my manager because if anyone needs anything, they like go to him and he puts it on a to-do list for me and reminds me about it.
That's great.
You're saying all along we could have been yelling at you for snacks, Sam?
Yes. Bow Splitter, thank you for coming, Zombie. Yeah, you know what? It would actually make me feel more comfortable at home. Just yell in the background, Mom, snacks!
Yeah.
Yes, I want a snack. Well, I've got plenty of snacks.
But now you have 5 hours is a long time. I mean, it flies by when you're actually doing it, but it is a long time.
Yeah, because I got robbed of that last year because of COVID. We did the homeschooling, and that was, if anyone did the homeschooling, like, bless you all. It was a lot because I have elementary school children who were trying to figure out how to do their schoolwork electronically, get to the class on time, submit their stuff. I mean, I had to be there as like a second teacher to get all that done. So I had no time during the day, and then I'm exhausted at night trying to do stuff. So it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing having 5 hours to myself to get stuff done Monday through Friday.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That sounds awesome. I mean, it sounds exciting because it allows you to, like, I don't know, plan things a lot better and get things done. Essentially, the bottom line, get things done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because housework, obviously, everyone has to do that and stuff. But also, I can open my commissions again. I can work on my Patreon more. I can paint and build things. There's so much I wanted to do hobby-wise and in my freelancing art career that I had to put on hold because of this.
Mm-hmm. But that's good. But now you're moved. You're all settled in. Got all this stuff going on. That's great. It's great to hear.
And hopefully everyone continues to stay safe and school's open and we can all get back to some sort of normalcy.
I feel like it's starting to get there, or it felt like it was starting to, and then now things are starting to get all crazy again. But I think it will eventually.
I hope so.
Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, Monster Bash, because you were the kind of like my jumping in point on that.
Yes, I saw you talking about that with Mike, and I was really, really excited about that.
Yeah, I really I like things like that. Like everything that thing represents is things that I really like. And so I will probably try to pitch the idea to everybody about some kind of Monster Bash thing. With conversions relating to miniatures, that is.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. I have bullet points of how I want it to look like and what I want it to do. Now it's just figuring out the specifics. What pieces, what's the time limit, so forth and so on. Or do we even put a time limit on it? Like if it's a contest, then yes. If it's just an event, then no. So yeah, maybe it changes every 3 months or every 2 months or something. I don't know. What's a good timeline?
I like that you have like the quarterly challenges, stuff like that. So you could maybe do something similar. Or I think when it comes to something kit bashing and things, working a lot of parts, maybe I would say like a 3-month at least time period to work on things. But I liked what you mentioned before of you could do a theme, like maybe you have sci-fi or you have fantasy or you have aquatic or air or just you pick an element and base it off of that. And you can I think giving people options is good, but at the same time you want to reel it back a little bit and not have too much. But I actually bought some of the monster parts pack, I think in my last order, to prepare in case anything like this came up. But I like the idea that you said to kind of give a list of maybe 10 or 5 models that you choose from. And then whether you kind of do it similar to the Monster Bash where you blindly pick pieces and then you have to decide from there, or you just say, hey, these 5 models, you have to use at least one part off of any one of these models and make your creature, and then see what part people use and how many different combinations you can come up with.
I like that idea too, especially if you add because you said the monster parts kit, which is a couple of the pieces that we have a couple of models that are just like tentacles and things like that you can add to monsters. Horns, I think, is one of them. All things like that, which are cool. Weapon packs, I think if you find some weapon packs would be good.
I got some of those too, yeah.
So maybe you can have 5 models that are rotating, and then you have the parts packs that are a constant that you can use on every time you do a Monster Bash. You can pull from these list of constant things that you can use.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Let's see. Oh, Holly Monster's in chat. Hey, Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Oh, yes. I do know what you're talking about. The Holly Monster Ogre Kit Bash. I did see that.
Wait, what was that?
So you know the Maggot Crown Ogre that we have? It's the big, it's the big like armored. Yeah. Well, they took Holly Monster's model and cut off the head and replaced it on that body. So it's like it has Holly Monster's head on this huge like hulking undead ogre looking body, and then it has like a big long like huge like Zweihander sword in the right hand.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I saw that one. Clavicus did it, so shout out to Clavicus.
Nice.
Yeah, so I want to do all things like that because I started the Reaper Challenge League. I don't know if you've looked at that at all, but that is going really well, and so I want to do a lot more things like that with the Monster Bash, the quarterly contest, the Reaper Challenge League. Just give more options for people to do, and things to engage with that are really fun.
Yeah, I like that. Like, I did a few of the contests before, but I did them on stream, so I couldn't enter them.
Yeah.
But they were just fun. Like my Lisa Frank hippo, we did it was the avatar of hate, I think, or rage. It was rage,
yeah.
right? Yeah. And it's like, this is gonna be perfect. But I wanted to paint it on stream, so I couldn't enter it because that's part of it. Like, it has to be a blind challenge, but it's still fun to do even if you don't enter them.
The quarterly contest has changed a little bit as of late. It's now going through reapermini.com instead of on the Facebook page. So now a lot more people can enter, and it's a lot more structured in the way that you enter and the way that it's voted on and the way that it's viewed. But yeah, that it's changed, and it's going to be changing more in the future as well. Eventually we'll have judges for certain contests as well, not quarterly contests, and those judges will be able to give feedback on the back end. So they'll have a little section that they can give feedback on each model on the back end. So that way only you can see it when you submit stuff.
Oh, nice. Oh, thanks, Trash. I was actually searching for that right now. I was like, I have a bits search for Reaper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I also have I've been trying to decide for you guys have so many familiar packs, and I love like to add the little animals. I think I bought vultures before and stuff, but maybe I was gonna get rats. But I love the little creatures because they're so nice to just add to like the bases or a diorama or something. But that and the bits are really nice if you like kit bashing or just like weapons. There's a ton. I didn't realize how many weapon packs you have.
Yeah, we should have even more. There were some weapon packs from Bones 3 that haven't been released yet. I think, I don't know what the issue, I think, is like a box design or a redesign of the layout of all the weapons or something like that. That's what's holding it up right now. But I know it will be coming. I just don't know exactly when. But I know people have been asking for the weapons packs from Bones 3 forever. But yeah. But those were cool. It's just essential for any miniature thing to have like conversion stuff or weapons and things like that, I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think you guys have a lot more sci-fi lately too.
Yes, that was partly due to RVE as well, since the theming of it was cyberpunk. We do have Chronoscope. That's where a lot of our sci-fi stuff like lives and goes to. It's partly just because some people have been asking for it, especially like Cav players, Cyberpunk Red players asking for things like that. So. Plus, Ed has a soft spot for like sci-fi stuff.
It's nice. I'm more fantasy based. I love that, but I still really like sci-fi as well. So every once in a while, it's nice to paint something different.
Yeah, I'm a high fantasy person. So I like high fantasy.
Let's say I think I have it. Yep. Did you see what I did to one of the newer models? What is it? The Kodiak bot that you guys have? I'm trying to remember. Is it?
Thanks for the raid, Chris.
Kodiak? Chris, hi, Chris. Did my alert go off, or didn't hear it? How are you?
I just saw it in chat.
Oh, Jenny, thanks for becoming a zombie. How you doing, lovely Chris? I'm Zambies, if you don't know me. I paint and I say things, and I have really bad intros. But it's fun. I am joined with John and Justin from Reaper Miniatures. Please go check them out if you haven't heard of them before. I have a Command Reaper in my chat, but we are hanging out.
Hey, everyone. The raids are the first 5 minutes of a raid are the most important. You gotta hook them and you gotta keep them in,
I'm weird, and I say weird things.
Yeah. A lot of the times I've noticed that when people get raided, they get kind of flustered and they just talk and talk and talk and talk. But I've seen. It's really funny because I've also seen other streamers have like a clip that they've recorded that when they get rated, they just play it, so they don't have to keep saying it over and over again.
I've been thinking about doing. I actually do have a rate message command in my chat. I think it's a welcome message. I don't remember what we added it as, but yeah, I have an intro too. It's just a running joke that I'm really bad at intros.
Yeah. Well, if you guys like painting, drawing, and any hobby stuff, consider giving a follow. It's the little heart button underneath the screen. I got you.
You got me. Thank you. I'm just gonna hire you to do an intro for me.
I've just watched a lot of Twitch and YouTube over the 20 years.
Oh, what I was saying is, so I have this sci-fi Jeep I was building, and I bought this little metal Jeep at, I'm not done with it. I just was working on it, but I bought this little metal Jeep at a hobby store. It was just an army Jeep, and I took apart. So these parts are from, I think, let me find the model, but maybe it's a Koviak. I'm trying to remember the name of the bot.
Oh, it's a Cav? Is it a Cav model?
Maybe. It was the big one.
That narrows it down.
It's a big one. But these were the guns that were on his shoulder. This was his shoulder pack. That I think was his torso, or this was his torso. I took him apart.
That's his body. Yeah.
Yep. The only thing I didn't use, I think, is his legs on here. But I needed to make a sci-fi Jeep because it was part of a mini swap, and it all had to be custom. So these are parts of a mouse, a computer mouse, and then I have the Jeep, and then I have the Reaper Mini, and that's all that's on here. And I started painting it, and I glued it together. So I kit bashed, and I'm working on that still. But
that's nice. What are you gonna do with the windows?
I'm going to paint this as it's blackout and maybe have like an environment that it's reflecting off of. And then on the inside, I'm going to see if I can get in there and maybe have it like the sci-fi overlay of it scanning.
Yeah, like a digital kind of overlay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was a fun little project.
Yeah, kit bashing is fun. I like watching kit bashers and stuff, especially for that Monster Bash event. Going back to the Monster Bash, I was watching all the other people make their stuff because some of them aren't miniature painters and some of them are sculptors, so forth and so on. And just looking at all the different things that they did and used to make things was awesome. So like, hey, I used like for you, I used this mouse parts that I just broke apart and then I used it. And it's like, yeah, you can do that. So you can do whatever you want.
It goes to show the versatility of things. Like, I did not want to paint that robot as a robot. I just tore it apart and used the parts as something else.
Perfectly okay.
Except the sculptor's like, no, what did you do to my mini?
Like, yeah, hey, this looks familiar. You like to give stories?
Oh, what was that?
I said, do you like to give stories to your models?
Yeah, I do. For most of them, I try to think about, like, I'll have chat name them 9 times out of 10, unless I don't have like a name already in my head. I'm like, chat, what should we name this model? And then sometimes I'll have them come up with backstories. Like this little guy, I don't remember what we named him actually. I don't know if I asked him, but I just think about him being like a little old, wise otter farmer. Lives in a nice, peaceful cottage, and think about the setting. And right now he's coming back home after harvesting all his food.
Yeah, the setting is good for like basing. It's like, where are they at? Do you mark your models like on the bottom or anything? Do you like mark them at all?
I didn't mark this one. I usually only mark them if I give them away. Sometimes I do giveaways, or if I do any commission pieces, I'll sign them at the bottom.
Yeah, I asked because in our Reaper gallery, when you ever come see it, you'll see all the painted models that we have here. in our gallery. But on the bottom of all of the models, it shows you what the date and who painted it. So that helps me a lot whenever I'm posting stuff on social media, so I can know who painted it and all that stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I usually put the year on it too when I send them away. I usually base my models too. I'm really into making custom bases, but these I actually like the little tiny sculpt because it's not a flat base. There's actually like rock texture. And to this one, I just played off of rocks, and then I don't know if it's going to. And then I just painted it as if there was
Like
grass and
grass.
yeah, like low grass and little pollen and stuff. But I think it lends itself well, and I didn't really need to add any flock or anything to it.
It's nice. I know some people like that. You know, it's an age-old thing. Like, oh, we want scenic bases, or some people don't, or it's just because some people like to make their own, which is perfectly fine. So
Yeah. I like the one thing is when you're doing, I think, 3D printed or really big models, having the base already done is kind of nice, or at least a structure there. Like if you have a dragon on top of like a broken tower, that obviously, but when you have tiny little pieces like this, I don't think it bothers me to have no base at all, but the fact that there's just like some low rock there, I think it lends itself well to whether you want to paint it or just add like a little bit of grass or something there to it. It gives you a very simple option.
I agree. But
Trash. Sammy's painted those apples in the bucket. How do you like them apples? Yeah, how do you like them apples?
are you playing any games? Or are you just hobbying it up?
I haven't played D&D in a while. I kind of like doing the one-offs and the improv games. We do on Twitch. Sometimes I'll do those with Dices, or I've done with Dr. Rhino. A lot of us streamers get together and play them. I would like to get a good D&D game going, but right now I'm actually gonna start playing Shadowrun with some people. So that's going to be fun. I don't know if I can get a character, like an actual mini character for my character yet. I don't know about that, but most of the time I just like to paint them and think of little stories and then sit them on my shelf and make them look pretty though.
Yeah,
Maybe one day I'll play with them.
I'm always like curious of all the people of what they're doing with the models. Like I know that some people just open the package, put them on the table, don't even paint them and play with them. Some people just paint them to paint them because they like art and they just want to make pretty things, or they just want to paint them quickly, put them on the table so they look decent on the table. Some people want to go to competitions, so it's like a wide variety of what people do with them.
Yeah, I would say I'm definitely a mixture. I paint more than I ever would play with them, but I do sometimes paint the models and play with them. I did the what model was that? It was the new USA Bones. What model had the big sword? The lovely caster. I think she was a wizard.
Oh yes, Lysette.
Yes, I painted her as my necromancer for a charity D&D game that we kind of played with, but I gave her away as a donation incentive.
Yeah, she was the first Bones USA model.
Yeah.
We might be showing off next month's model tonight, maybe on Reaper Live. I'm in the process of making a really cool video. I say it's really cool. I'm trying to make a really cool video for it, as like a little advertisement for it, but we'll see how that goes. That's what I was working on before I came over here. So,
do you have any hints?
She has, I think, 10 daggers on her person. So, this model has 10 daggers a part of her ensemble kit. So,
I
Uh,
like her already.
and I'm trying to give another hint that will let you guys know. Her skin color is normally painted either red or blue. If that helps anybody at all in chat, but just kind of a little hint for the next one.
Genie?
Think more demonic, I guess.
Uh,
There you go.
yeah. I think I
But
painted an older model of one of those then.
yeah, she's really cool. Ron said I think she was a bard, but I'll let chat decide for that for themselves. But yeah, I think there's 10 daggers. I think I counted on the body or in hands and stuff. So it's a really cool model. I think people will really like her.
Nice.
I like all the newer Bones USA stuff that's been coming out. So
Yeah, I've got quite a few of those that I need to paint. I've painted.
I think I saw your Romag. I saw your Romag, the thief.
Yeah.
He's been probably the most popular one, I think.
The model itself.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then I did the wizard, and then I painted the first one. So yeah, I think I've done 3 so far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've got a whole shelf of. You see right here, it's probably not as big as most of you out there, but they're stacked on top of each other. Those 2 rows go all the way back into this cube organizer of the smaller ones, and then over here are all the bigger ones I have of my Reaper's Shame. Of potential
shelf of opportunity.
Yes. And Holly is right in front. I've got to paint Holly. She's on my list.
Oh, Holly and Fern.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what did Trash say. I did the 25th anniversary model in Bones USA of blank the lost this week. Of blank the lost. I don't remember the names. Game? No, I think he's trying to make me guess the name, but I don't remember who the lost was. I know there was Terror the Silent. The 25th anniversary models are awesome, by the way. They're one of my favorite models we've ever done. That was in 2017. That was a long time ago.
The elf with the spear.
Oh, Elantor. The Lost. He's the prince, the elf prince.
I don't know how you remember all the names.
I know some of them.
Can't wait to see how you paint her.
Yeah.
Holly, should I do what I... Oh, I was going to say, should I do what I did with Jacob? I turned Jacob into a zombie.
Oh, that'd be nice. That's on brand.
Yeah. Should I make a zombie Holly monster?
I say go for it. Make the teal a little bit more darker, like a sickened teal. Mm-hmm. That lends itself really well to that, I think. But you got to make Fern a zombie too, so.
That's going to be harder.
Nah. But yeah, that's a brand. That's on brand. You just paint all the models that are like after streamers and stuff, zombie like.
Do you have any more? Are there more out there?
Right now, I only know of Holly and Jacob that are the streamer models. Oh, Overgord, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Oh, I have an idea for that one already. I have one coming. Somebody ordered an extra one for me.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. I was talking about all the cool stuff people have been doing with them. So I'm excited to see more. I think we'll see more during Halloween, I bet. But
yeah,
who knows?
Well, fall's coming. Prepare.
Yeah. Halloween. I know we're doing the Halloween model. I actually don't know if we've talked about the Halloween model yet. I'm just going to say it because I can. But it is I think we have. It's the pumpkin-headed bugbear is the model. So
bugbear.
It's a bugbear with a pumpkin head. And he has a sickle. I think there's a metal version of it, but he will be in Bones USA. In our Halloween promotion thing this year.
Hey, John.
Yo.
Are we doing a Halloween month-long movie session again?
Oh yeah. So last year, me and Justin, we got in Discord every night and we just watched scary movies. Like I'm not a big scary movie person, but it was just fun.
Me either.
We're not scary movie people, but it was fun.
I'm not either, but I love like the Halloween spoopy season.
It's funny, we made our way through, I feel like, dozens of movies.
Yeah.
Ones you would expect to think, we made our way through all kinds of movies. A lot of the major franchises, but the scariest one.
Yeah.
John and I are probably unanimous. The agreement was, I don't remember, what was it?
I can't remember the name of it.
I think it was Hell House.
Hell House, yeah.
Is that what it was? Where they were setting up a haunted house, like in this old house, but it's done with like a shaky cam, I guess, but it's not that shaky cam.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's meant to feel kind of homemade, but it is got some moments in it.
Yeah.
Which we yelled over Discord. It was
yeah, it definitely scared me.
God, it was rough.
But we watched a lot. We watched
We
like
did.
Leprechaun. We watched all of the Conjuring movies. We watched a lot of stuff, but that one was the scariest for sure.
And we hadn't seen most of these, mind you, because we don't really watch scary movies.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
And then during Christmas time, we watched Christmas movies.
We did.
That was fun.
Yeah.
So we
Home
might do that
Alone
again.
is a classic. We watch that every year.
Yeah, we watched Jingle All the Way.
Oh, that's a good
Love
one.
that movie.
Are you excited for any upcoming movies?
You know, I used to be the biggest movie buff ever. And I actually worked at a movie theater and I would just hang out and watch all the movies. And lately I feel like I haven't seen anything. I'm trying to think. I'd like to see Dune.
Yeah,
When
that
that
was going
comes
to be my
out.
answer.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think. I haven't seen a lot of commercials for too much more. Oh, there's one, The Green Knight.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, I would like to really see The Green Knight.
I'm watching
Trying
that
to
this
think
weekend.
else. Yeah, I've got.
Is it only in theaters? I don't remember.
Right now it is, yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
Okay.
Top 5 films. Top 5 films ever.
Ooh.
Well, my childhood and all-time favorite movie is The Labyrinth.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm a big David Bowie fan too, and I like Jim Henson.
Not to be confused with Pan's Labyrinth.
No.
Yeah.
Pan's Labyrinth is a good one, but not a kids movie.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I made that
No.
mistake several years
Did you take
back.
your child to it?
No, I don't have any children. No, but
Oh,
it was
I was
it was
like,
one of those things where I was talking about watching Labyrinth, and I think this was with Maggie, John. Because she hadn't seen it, and I kept talking about it. I'm like, yeah, David Bowie, but when we went to go watch it, it was Pan's Labyrinth, and I'm like, this doesn't seem right. Wait, what just happened? No,
Oh,
we got about halfway through it before I realized that we were watching the wrong Labyrinth.
Let's see.
Did you watch?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, did you watch it in a dubbed version or with subtitles?
It was with subtitles. And it was. I remember the entire. The subtitles should have kicked it off. To be honest,
I was
remember
gonna
reading
say, how did you
subtitles
not
as a
know?
kid. And I kept asking, like, when's David Bowie gonna show up? I'm like, I don't think this is the movie. And sure enough,
That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious. What were you
Yeah,
saying, John?
I said my favorite movie is 500 Days of Summer. And then the second one below that is The Lake House. Those are my 2 favorite movies.
I actually have never seen The Lake House.
What?
Yeah.
You should go watch it
I
like
should.
now.
who wrote the book for the Lake House? I'm trying to remember that guy. He wrote a bunch of books.
M. Night Shyamalan, right? Was it
What?
him?
Lake House?
He didn't direct that.
Was it
No.
that one? No, wait. No, I'm thinking of The Lady in the Lake.
Yeah, you're thinking of Lady in the Lake.
That's right. Then
No, The
yeah.
Lake House is it's a romantic movie.
Yeah, but it's
Oh.
who's the guy that writes all those damn books? And I think it's an
No,
adaptation from his book.
it's not.
Isn't it?
No, you
I'm thinking of The Notebook. Maybe
you're thinking of The Notebook. Yes.
I haven't
Okay.
seen The Notebook either.
Side
Oh, wow.
note, who wrote The Notebook again?
Nicholas
That's-
Sparks.
Nicholas Sparks. Remember when he was popular?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
But if you guys haven't seen it, you should watch The Lake House. I know that you probably should watch it. And 500 Days of Summer, by far my favorite movie.
is the
See,
Lake
I've-
House the one with Keanu Reeves?
Yes.
Oh.
No, I've never seen. See, I've seen 500 Days of Summer, but admittedly, I'm not a romantic movie person. I like romantic comedies, but I don't really like. I've never seen The Notebook or any of those or what is it? Love Actually, or any of
Yeah.
those movies at all.
Sleepless in Seattle, my best
nope.
friend's wedding. Oh, actually, have you seen My Best Friend's Wedding?
No, actually, was that the one with Julia Roberts?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have seen that one though.
it's so good.
I hate to cut this short.
Yeah.
but
We're
still.
okay. We're starting to we're rambling now, but
Yes.
but
But it was
that's fun. That's fun. I like doing that.
We should have a part 2, all about movies.
Oh, yes.
You know,
Oh, and
you
obviously
could do.
Lord of the Rings is at the top.
Oh
of my-
yeah, of course.
Yes.
You could actually, you could do watch parties on Twitch.
I can, yeah, because I am a Twitch Prime member. So
Yeah. So
I
you guys
can
could
that.
you could do watch parties. That's pretty fun.
We did watch parties in my Discord. We watched The Labyrinth and we watched The Goonies. We're big 80s movie buffs, so
Yeah.
we were doing those.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with us this morning. It's been fun.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Maybe we'll do a follow-up sometime in the future. Maybe we'll have more people on, or we'll do some other events with painting and some other stuff with other streamers as well. But this was just kind of an experiment, and I really appreciate you saying yes and coming on this morning.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. I love hanging out with you guys.
It's not. I mean, it's not different than what you would normally do, because I tried to make it as easy as possible. Just like keep doing what you're doing. We'll just come in and talk, and that's it. So no extra setup or anything like that.
Was
Yeah,
just extra
very
setup on the technological side.
Yeah, Justin's
was-
like,
I'm
I
not-
had
I'm
to
just
do
kidding.
it all.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be honest. It broke some stuff, and actually, I don't think it was a coincidence, but it was a bit of a bitch. Just gonna be completely honest. It was rough. It
Yeah.
was rough. But we got it, and now it works. And going forward, we can do fun stuff like this.
Yeah,
So
even more
it
fun
was
stuff.
worth it. It was worth it.
All right. So
All right.
we'll be rating you. I'm assuming you're going to stay on for a little bit.
Yeah, for about another hour. Mhm.
Okay, cool. So we'll raid you, and then you can go finish what you're doing, and then raid whoever.
Sounds good. Pass the Reaper love along.
Yeah.
Have a great
All right.
rest of your day. Zambies.
We'll be back later for what is it? The Crafty Creative with Josh Foreman. We'll be back later today at 2:00 p.m. And then we'll be back later tonight for Reaper Live.
2 o'clock.
So
2 o'clock East. Wait, Central?
up.
I'm Central now, right?
2:00 Central.
Oh, well, then I can just go back to you guys.
Okay.
I'm actually having a blank. Does Josh's show starts at 2 Central, right?
I believe so. I don't know.
Okay.
Quindy. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central. I think
Okay.
Quindy said yes.
Time zone.
All right, so we'll be back then, and then we'll be back for Reaper Live tonight. Go hang out with Zambies. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. Thanks for everybody that rated it and subbed and followed and everything. So we'll see you guys later today. Bye, Zambies. Bye, everybody.
Awesome. And thank you, everyone.
Mimo, thank you.